Hello, hopefully we're back up. Lost internet connection there just as I was about to go live, so. But it looks like we're back up. Hey Dump, how you doing? Hey Cyrus. Looks like we're up and running, so that's nice. We almost weren't. Let's get our closed captioning going, because that doesn't look like that's going. There we go. Now it should be working. There's our closed captioning. Feels like you're getting worse at video games? As a man in his 40s, let me tell you, I feel that. I feel that very strongly. I used to be not bad at games. I swear. I promise I used to be not bad at games. Controller eating inputs and neurological issues. Yeah. No, I hear ya. My both my reaction speeds and my technical precision have dropped off drastically in recent years. It's disheartening. But yeah, it's how it is. It's how that goes. But let's see here. Where are you, Steam? Have I really played so many things that Phoenix Wright is this far away? I feel like I don't play games. At least not outside of this. Let's see. I believe this worked perfectly fine as a game capture. No, it did not. This one likes to be a screen capture. Right. Okay. We can do that. We can maybe do that. Maybe? We can maybe do a... Perhaps. How strange. Come on, Phoenix Wright. Where are you? Let's try this again. Open that up again. There you are. There's the game. We got it. We have captured the game. How's everybody doing today? You feeling like a little Ace Attorneying? I could go for a little Ace Attorneying. Is that a little loud? Slept 13 hours? That's fair. Considering you haven't, you know, done a whole lot of sleeping otherwise. Volume is good for you? Okay. I will simply turn down on my end. Leave it just like that for y'all. Alright. Where were we? Witness may begin his testimony. Ah, yes, the bellboy. Right, this guy. Does everybody remember what's up? Anybody need a refresher? Miss May's room service. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Motel, in business for 4 generations. Does sound a bit muffled, like we're picking it up through the mic. Ah. one moment. There we go. How's that? Somehow my desktop audio was muted. There we go. Is it now too loud for you, though? Or is that okay? Now it's a bit loud, okay. How's that? Better? Okay. Oh, no, we weren't, Alright. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Alright, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. We've, for those that might have missed it or have forgotten, as I recall, we agreed that if we could not get a connection right now, that we would drop this case, you know, the case against Miss May entirely. Miss May's room service. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. Tell us more. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir? I check in guests, I check out guests. I bet he does. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions. That's all I do. That's literally all we do. I believe I received a call at 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. You believe? Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all of her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I always preferred to say iced with a D, right? Iced coffee rather than iced coffee. Same with tea. I say iced tea. Lawyer these folk, exactly. How you doing, King? I'm gonna lawyer so hard. I like the part when Phoenix, yelled objection, and then he lawyered all over those guys. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee. I'd like a nice coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You are sure it was Miss May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir, as in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. You always know when something is, in fact, an endearing mannerism when you have to tell people. I'm very smart, you know. I know these things. How come you're so certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with a, embrasse, sir. Embrasse? That French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. I come by it honestly, exactly. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Well, we have to protest, right? Wait, please, wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in, room service, or bed making? I mean, I believe I recall the correct one. But I believe... Do you have a guess as to why, chat? Do you remember? This was days ago, of course, but do you remember why this might be important? Tell me about when you checked in, Miss May. Oh, alright. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl. So it was a disappointment, really. What could it be? I see. Have you caught it? Do you remember, chat? Do you remember? Excuse me. What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I'm not without charm, sir, but even I'd have a little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Or rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? If you recall, chat, there were 2 glasses of wine on the table. I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're not normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite, indeed. It was a good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool. I've done it. I've won. In what way, Phoenix, have you won? Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. It's a bit of a stretch, but in light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who's this other person? Simple, it was the bellboy! No. The man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as he has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Phoenix is lawyering all over Edgeworth. Upstart. Amateur. I suppose Edgeworth would probably pronounce it amateur, right? These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Well, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. No. I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm gonna find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe. Sis, don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. As for a full record of April May's testimony, I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. What a weird part to keep on there, yeah. I don't know how much good this will do me for now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Sometimes you think these games should have been called Interrogation Room and you're a detective, not a lawyer. That's basically what Investigations is. Because despite also, you know, being referred to as, you know, the prosecuting attorney, Edgeworth mostly just does detective work. Are your progress up to this point? Yes. He also gets, like, a little ninja girl helper. It's quite strange. Played the first one. I've only played the first Edgeworth, yeah. Eventually I should get those as well. Yeah, exactly. It's you know, they just made this thing up. These things called ninjas just made them up. Exactly. September 7th, 3:11 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. Yeah. Exactly as made up as spirit mediums, yeah. And good cops. Oh, well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. Hey, Zyre. Speaking of the only good cop, because, you know, Zyre had a little police cap on last night. To VR chat. It's really quite moving. Not you stinking lawyer. I hope you die. You come to laugh. Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May. A little birdie told you? Something I wanted to ask. Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what is it you wish to ask of me, then? For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? L.A. Noire, I guess, did the interrogation thing. It's true. It was awfully cute. It was awfully cute. Now, it would be annoying that I would have to always mutter under my breath whenever I say a cab. I would have to mutter accept desire, but, like, you know, I get it. I get it. Alright. That man. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Do you know how fast you were going and such? Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone? When you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal. Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school? That's what they call it. They call it lawyer school. Creep. This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? Well, we did put her in jail. I mean, you don't look like a bad person. Oh, that does it. Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer. Bottom. Of all the things, that's, you know, Hey, Milder, how you doing? I'm not so, you know, I don't think that was intentional, but it's funny that the part of that, you know, Phoenix glommed onto as being the objectionable part was being called a bottom. Let's see, do we have anything to make her talk? You're gone because you had a little something with the cops. They told you some dude bought one of your small steam engines and tried to make an IED from it, an improvised explosive. Okay. But they actually pranked me to throw me a surprise party on your retirement anniversary. Oh, all right. I mean, cool. Did get very emotional because they got you a statue because of your good deeds and service in the military, and the best thing was completely crippled sergeant who was surprisingly still alive came all the way there to surprise you, and you honestly thought he was dead after not sending you a card last Christmas. Well, that's nice. Let's see. Let's see, suppose she would care if we showed her this? Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts. So get lost. Because, well, I'm not cooperating. He always dies or doesn't send a card. Yeah. Well, that's nice, Smilder. Sounds good. Very cool. I don't imagine she's gonna care about literally any of this right now. Also started learning German, because why not? Why not? Hey, chicken, how you doing? Dad had a thing like that with his commanding officer. Yeah. I don't suppose she's gonna care about any of this. Yep, she sure doesn't. In case you can time travel. Yeah. Just woke up, slept like a brick. Good to hear. I'm glad to hear it. I don't suppose there's anything for us to look at. No. Guard monitor's visiting room. Hasn't moved an inch. Real pro, this guy. Maybe he just doesn't get to see a lot of women like Miss May in here. Had quite the interesting dream. Is it TOS safe? He became some kind of figure in the War on Terror era. So your dad sent him a letter and got a very nice one back. That's nice. Gonna shower, then sleep, then fishing in the morning. Sounds good, Milder. Have a great one. Thanks for popping by. I'm glad the retirement party went well. Glad you weren't actually in any trouble for aiding in the creation of any dangerous devices. Alright. Well. We ought to go check out the hotel then, I suppose, huh? Turns out he meant AED. A for heart palms. Palps. Got it. Oh, okay. It's all fading from memory now, but wow, it was wild. Nice. Hey, Pico. How you doing? Yesterday, I dreamed of catching a fish looking like a Dear Boy Zyre, and after that one looking like me, and one looking like a Juicy Naked Woman. Hey, you know. Hey, two out of three, as you know, femboys. Hey, there you go. We know where your brain prefers, then, I suppose, huh? Two cute furry femboys and a nude woman. Turns out dreams are easy to interpret sometimes, right? Brain isn't braining that well today. Nah, I hear ya. Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yeah, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It'll be great for business, sir. Whoa. Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Can you... Yeah, I believe we can finally look in the drawer now, like, once we get the bellboy out of the way, if I recall correctly. It's been years since I played this. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honored guest. Please, let me know if there's anything I can bring you. I hope you feel better tomorrow. Still a bit hungover from the party. Hope you... well, thank you, Milder. Thank you. Hope it's you have a nice fishing trip. Get some nice rest and everything. And I will catch you later. About Miss May. Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. Do what? Starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. Man with May. Wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. Ha, 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 ha. Get it? Do you get it? I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. There we are, in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. A photo, Could you tell me about this hotel? Absolutely. And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great. Whatever floats your tea set. Alright. I'm just gonna look in here if you don't mind. Huh? There's still a screwdriver stuck in that drawer. Please leave that as it is, sir. That's the Drawer of Terror, hiding place of the murderer's wiretap. It's set to become one of the most popular attractions here. This guy's serious. I don't believe it. A vase, as expected. I'm not good with flower names, except maybe tulips and sunflowers. Same. Still seen painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. There it is, the two glasses. A bottle and two glasses rest on the table. Why hasn't he cleaned these up by now? I beg your pardon, sir, but if you could please refrain from touching those. It's part of the decor. I call it the last drink. Before murder. We'll be famous, the talk of the hotel industry. Nice weather again today. I can see the Fay & Co. law offices, of course. Yes. We plan to install a telescope in that window, of course. Just $5 will earn you 3 minutes of A View to Kill. Just kidding, sir. I mean, that's where we work. By that look in his eyes, I'd say he was more than serious. Hey, Minty. How are you doing? How are my favorite kids? Simple bed. It's been recently made, nothing eye-catching here. Alright. Well, we still can't get into the drawer because the bellhop is here, so... You're alright? How am I doing? I'm alright. I'm a little tired. A little stressed out from work and stuff, but we can discuss that later. Alright, let's see. Think there's anything we can do to make him go away? Probably not. Probably not with any of this. Ah, thank you, Minty. I'm sorry. All I could think about during the trial was the hotel. I wasn't paying much attention to the evidence. Yeah. We didn't even show him evidence, we just showed him our badge. I could try hitting him with the thinker, it's true. But this thinker has already been responsible for several murders. Blammo. Yeah, no. He doesn't care about that. Yeah, I'll make him go away. Alright, well... Let's go check out, you know, Grossberg here. Oh, how strange. The Grossberg Law Offices. Huh, looks like Grossberg is out today again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. How strange. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yeah, it was a painting of... I believe it was a fisherman. Wasn't it? Wasn't a very memorable painting anyhow. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Wait a minute. What's this? Old photos? There are two lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. The DL6 incident, Exhibit A, and the DL6 incident, Exhibit B. I'm sure this is of no importance and will not come back again and again throughout the series. Let's take a look at these. DL6 incident, Exhibit A. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo. And it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. Photograph quietly added to the court record. A photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took. I think I'll swap them. Well. What do you suppose, Not much like the tone of your voice pulls out the thinker, yeah. It would be like the most threatening thing in this game series to pull out, right? Like, oh god. I can't believe it. Well, he did say... What happens if you try to not collect evidence and choose the worst answers during the trial? Some of them will lead you to a game over. You cannot progress without everything that you need to theoretically win the case, though. Like, you will just get, like, locked, right? Like, until you find everything you need. And then Phoenix will finally be like, oh, well, I guess that's all I'm gonna find. Yeah. Or something will happen, basically, that will progress the story. Sometimes, you know, violently, like, you'll be like, you'll find that last piece, you know, bit of the, you know, evidence that you need to progress the story, and then, like, you know, someone comes up and, like, just, you know, knocks Phoenix out or something, right? You know, that kind of stuff. But the game will not allow you to continue into the court if you have not collected everything you theoretically need. You can lose just by, of course, making mistakes. Yep. Hey, Amo. System of a Down. How you doing? Look at this photograph. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I know how it is. I understand. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that that's him? An affidavit? This guy's way too excited about this. Yeah, if you would, please. Yep, thank you, thank you. Doing good, doing good. Ammo, System of a Down. Well, sure, why not? Yes, I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it. Bellboy's affidavit. Added to the court record. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. Hey, Necro. How you doing? Alright, well, we got that. But now, what about that other photo? I feel like we might need that. He's out again? Huh? No more photos on the desk. Huh, how strange. The Minty system is studying diligently. I forgot that that's what I put my lurk thing as. That's right. Okay. Have a good one, kids. I will catch you around. Do what you gotta do. Dad's proud of you. I suppose, let's see. Is there anything else to examine in here that we have not? Solid mahogany desk. Wood's been polished to a deep luster. I mean, I don't think there's anything here. We reread this part yesterday. We read about the plant as well, so... Alright, well... You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. Well, that does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Don't do it, Phoenix. So, about this affidavit. Hey, Andy. No problem, no problem. I'm glad you made it. Did you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with, who was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. Ease her fears or push her hard. I mean, does she look afraid? I don't think she looks afraid. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press. What? Even though he should have been witness to a murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with this with his reputation. Oh, fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer. Yes, man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fists in the air? Now, tell me about the man you were with. Well, that man? He's my boss. Red White, the president of the information gathering conglomerate Blue Corp. Red White? Information gathering. Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency. So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder. I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. It's okay, I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? It's like, what, you can't, like, look that up, right? Mr. Red White, at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. Bellboy's affidavit discarded. Why? How does Phoenix know he will never need that again? How about this photograph? You're wasting your time. My lips are sealed. We no longer have the affidavit, so now she's going to pretend she doesn't know. Anything more to say? No? Okay. Well, let's go to Blue Corp. Hey, wait a minute. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome. Please furnish me with your title of your personage. What the? Your name. What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Wright. Phoenix Wright? Inquirably. Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What's this guy's problem? I can't, like, you know, express just how, like, much this feels like it was telling the future. I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. Hence why he's pink, yeah. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the wordily challenged. What a fruitcake. Not sure that was quite... let me guess. You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? You do like his hair? Necro does like purple, it's true. Yipes. This guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she had done. What she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed. She's paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. Sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. Night of the murder. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. If only we still had his affidavit that said that. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh, the police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement. What kind of company is Blue Corp, anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We're a company of the future, you might say. We are the future. Sell information. Can you imagine a company existing that, on selling information? This is some crazy science fiction stuff here. In just 10 years, I've built the business up into the grand office you see now. Yeah, how's the cut? How's the branch that poke Jid doing, Andy? Cut from left thigh is getting worse. Ooh. That's not good. In case you're wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not? So, that painting... there's something that's been bothering me. Yes, what might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. It's gorgeous, I've seen it before. When did you get it? You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh. Just yesterday, actually. Your point being? My point is simple, or rather, my question is simple. Hey, Spy. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? Huh? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch, zip, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger. What? He punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it. For it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It's a world beyond your compensation. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume. Mr. Grossberg's, yes. Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss. What if I smack you with the statue? We should be allowed to beat him with the statue. Don't need stitches, just some cream for cuts and a band-aid. I hope so. Show him a picture of him, yeah. We can do that. Nah, he doesn't care. Bucket of Neosporin and a gauze as a bandage. He'll be fine, yeah. Yeah, he doesn't care too much about that. Nothing more to say. I'm a lawyer. Do you know I'm a lawyer? Okay. He does not care that we are a lawyer. Alright. So, Grossberg, huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Like 2 inches from his face. Maybe I should, clear my throat? I didn't... Did I accidentally hit a thing? I think I... Jumping Jehoshaphat! That's weird. Why is that doing that? Something depressing a button? Oh, you! What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess. Something's really bothering him, that much is clear. Nah, thank you, Andy. I'm sure that is much nicer on my thigh than what your thigh feels right now, but... So, about today's trial. So you came to see the trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that? Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl. I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know. All right, Mr. Wright? Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just... I need more time to think about it, my boy. He does seem troubled about something. Starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So I paid Blue Corp a visit. Oh? Oh, I see. Mr. Grossberg? I have to admit, something has been bothering me. Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy. You see, it's just... I mean, all three of these are good questions. Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office. So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting. Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow. Connected, you say? Yes, and I know what it is. He's giving you information, he's blackmailing you, or you're lovers! It's not something I can claim to understand. But you and Mr. White are lovers, aren't you? What? My boy. You sent that painting to him. As a sign of undying love. Oh, my boy, please. You're letting your fancies run away with you. Where do you get these bizarre ideas? I don't understand how you could... That's because I'm not. We're not... Don't be ridiculous. Enough. I'll swallow my pride and tell you all. I knew it. They are lovers. No, we are not lovers. He read our mind. That was us thinking right there. He's my ex, and he's the genuine worst. Just awful, I tell you. That's very good, Dumb. Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. 15 years. All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed. The name on the back of those photographs. As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. It's hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible. Impossible? Why? He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians. What? They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years. The DL6 incident, the thing that I'm sure is completely unimportant and will not come back in any future cases. What is the DL6 incident? DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium. A medium? Her name was Misty Fey. Fey. Indeed. She was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what Maya was talking about the other day. I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg? The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let the people know. But one person found out. I told him. You told White? He offered me riches. It's an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail. I see. White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office. Mia's office? She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found. Did you know I'm a lawyer? Sorry, my boy. I don't think I can help you with that. With me being a lawyer? Here's a picture of your lover. Sorry, sir, I borrowed this. Ah, so it was you, my boy. Who is this man? It's a long story. I'll be needing that back now. He doesn't want to talk about it for some reason. I better give this back. Give him back his photograph of his lover. His ex-lover. Photograph returned to Mr. Grossberg. So, I don't think he particularly is going to care about any of the rest of this. But he suggested that we go back to our law office and look through Mia's old stuff. It's funny looking at this room. It seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said that there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. It's totally fine that we're in the murder scene right now. Just messing with stuff. Don't worry about it. Alright. Probably nothing with this plant. Yep, yep. Sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Let's see. It's, all of the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which files should I look at? Well, I mean... Let's see if there's a record in this file that catches my eye. A, B, F... Misty Faye. That's Mia and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Are you sure? I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... Huh, the record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. All of the cases the chief ever worked on filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Which should we look at? J through S? Let's see. J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim through some of this. Sure, why not? Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part here at the end is S. Suicide. Ugh. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politician, policeman. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these unalivings, as the kids like to say. White drove them all to. I can't use these newspaper... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Newspaper clipping added to the court record. Now, that's now checked off, so it looks like that's probably everything. Anything else that we should look at? Mia's desk. Perfectly clean as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. Well, that appears to be everything. So, I mean, we could go talk to Red here, right? Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. You should always go to, like, a dangerous person if you find evidence of their wrongdoing. Go there alone and tell them, look, I believe I have this evidence against you, dangerous person who has already assaulted me once. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. The unaliving of a... He was embezzling secret government funds. Then one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. He unalived himself. This is great advice and not at all how half of all Columbo episodes start. And this concerns me how. I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia. She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word, White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing. Blackmail? Not just him, either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the unaliving cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong. What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, 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 I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office, hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second. Mr. White. You're right or you're wrong? You are absolutely right. I should be looking for the killer now. And actually, I've done better. I've found him. He's sitting right in front of me. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was unalived, and all of the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. Should I be saying the unalive thing? Instead? Should I be, yeah. So the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it. Secretary's office. We won't be needing an escort from Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. I don't think Twitch is going to get mad at me for saying that. Yeah, I don't think so, but yeah, who knows. I will eventually, of course, put the VOD up on like YouTube. I know they get itchy about that word, don't they? White, that you? Oh, this is no longer the secretary. White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer, man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those... Chief Prosecutor. I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer. As was Miss Mia. How dare you. I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyer association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. I forget what voice I gave Gumshoe. Yeah. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, Butts. Harry Butts. Wright, actually. Phoenix Wright. And my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? I think that was what I did. Detective Gumshoe. I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? This is the despicable human being. Take this despicable being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. As long as you aren't telling someone to do it. Can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course. Edworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right. Mr. Wright? Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Huh. Now I'm afraid we switched places. I know you can't tell because it's the same picture, but now it's the opposite side of the you know... never mind that this is the exact same picture. Now I'm afraid we switched places. What? You mean you? Yeah, not in the description or anything like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Hey, Dragoon, how you doing? The guy's twin just works on the other side of the room, exactly. They just mirrored that room. And hired the twin. Don't worry about it. Ah, glad to hear it, Dragoon. Explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you? And, like, hundreds of others, as we have found out, of course. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... Help me break out of here. Right, okay, listen up. I want you to help me break out of here. You mean a jailbreak? Yeah, tonight's our only chance. Alright. Huh? Oh, I better go get a hacksaw while the stores are still open. Oh, and a rope ladder and a getaway car. Can you drive? Oh, wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. You have to know. You have to do these kind of things occasionally with your friends to see who would do it for you, right? Just so you know. You need to know who, when the chips are down, would help you do a jailbreak. It's very important. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then, come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. Crime never changes. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him. I'm sure this is the only time Phoenix will ever be accused of murder. It's definitely in future games we'll not see it retconned in that this is not even the first time that Phoenix... Don't worry about it. Also, clearly Maya will never be involved in another murder case either. Red White be like, I have money, the law works for me. Imagine if that were real. Can you imagine? What a terrible system we would have if that were how that worked, huh? Just awful. That would be terrible. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix, look. It's our boyfriend. Prosecutor Edgeworth? I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. Does White have... What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. That's such sound logic. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth. You've changed. Huh? Phoenix, do you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Kiss! Exactly. Kiss! Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait. Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. What do they say about this whole situation of defending yourself in court? How's that go? I feel like there's a saying. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Mia Fey? Maya Fey. Humph. I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides... At the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that was needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Take a little sip of drink here. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I'd like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name. Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there. Ahem. Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, or that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then, it was all over. Hey, Charles, how you doing? You heard a wee-wee on the floor. Why would you do such a thing? We have a little hyena's pad right over there for you to go on. Do you need to go in the cage? If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Witness's account. Litter box in the corner of the classroom. that joke's a little dark. Tired and sick still. 7-foot hyena. That tiny cage cannot hold you. Well, I didn't say what kind of cage it was. Terms of service prevents that. How am I? I'm okay. I'm tired. A little stressed. Stuff at work has been a whole thing, but I can discuss that at another time. Let's see, it was around 9, I believe. How do you know what time it was? Because I am always abso-positively perfect, you know. No. You're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said, too. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at the time. And this is your concern? Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? I was quietly perusifying, or that's reading to you, some papers by the window. By window, you mean the one directly across from Fay & Co. law offices? Correct. That is the only window, you say. And there you were reading papers. Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. He was doing his business. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. A bedlam? Must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. We just let that one go. Surprised I turned to look at the building across the way. So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound. But of course, I'm no snoop, peeping out of windows at night. No snoop? Yeah, right. You made a career out of snooping. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. So, spiky-haired? Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40? Don't add them together. That's how that works. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on, anyway? We know that already. We know the judge is on the payroll. And what did you do then? I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was surprised, of course. What was Miss May doing at the time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fay office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of the Fay woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Single monster energy, Zero Ultra. Necro, while that is my favorite monster, I hope you have more than that for your lunch. I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left, and you gave chase. Are you sure about that? How many times must I say it? I am abso-positively perfect. End of story. How many times must I hear that? Psst, Phoenix. Doesn't something about that strike you as a little odd? Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then, it was all over. Impaction? Don't you mean just impact? Ridiculosity. I think you need to brush up on your language skills. On second thought, perhaps I'd better leave the whole language thing alone. Did Edgeworth prep this guy too, I wonder? I'm sure there was, you know... I'm sure. Ahem. Anyway, I'd better find a weakness in there. Well... I believe we do know exactly what that was. Ran to the left. But May's testimony, well, yeah, said that he ran, you know, they ran to the right. The Ultra is one of the top tier flavors. Hope you actually had, yeah, something a little more than just that. That is my favorite flavor, though. Wait, right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left. But that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, it's simple. You've misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So, he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? I mean, it's obvious, right? I mean, we've all figured this out. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Phantom Monster Assault more. The flavor is quite mellow, but bold with a good aroma. Does it have a nice bouquet? It has a nice bouquet. Does it have nice legs? Do you prefer it chilled or room temperature? What food pairings would you have with it, Charles? No, I kid. I doubt it. Or rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There's one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? I will say, I really liked, Monster had like an Arnold Palmer flavored one, as I recall. That was really good, but I stick to the sugar-free ones. Just gotta watch my girlish figure. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. I mean, where could he have possibly been? This is where he was. Look! When the victim ran for the door, he was watching from this point. To him, it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. What? Passion fruit punch and cherry. I don't think I've ever had the cherry. Yeah, I stick mostly with the sugar-free ones, just for the sake of not consuming a lot of extra calories. Order. I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Cherry is pretty good. Try a lassi. Ooh. I do love lassi. I love a nice mango lassi. Oh ho ho. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this, I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Or I could let you make me a cup of tea. I mean, I would take some tea. She ran to the quote-unquote left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? And that does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? No, I'm just gonna go to jail. I'll be found guilty right now. You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. You get my bum over there, then? A tempting offer. I do love tea. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. What do you mean by that? That is what I'm about to explain. You Americans, always so impatient. We're Americans, of course. Americans. We're in America. It does not become you. Hey, buddy, you're an American, too. Definitely. These are definitely Americans. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. What do you mean, first? Probably loose tea or afternoon tea, depending on what you feel like. I mean, depending on what you got. I'll take a nice loose tea. If you've got some oolong, I'm a big fan of oolong. But I'll take a nice, like, black loose leaf tea. First, that is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? I'm not sure Wright does. Please sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First, she ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright. There's no point hiding things from this court. Not hiding anything. The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Why is he mad at me? Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. What do you mean, next? You have black loose tea, put it in the teapot, and leave it for a few before straining it. Nice, nice. It's one of those things that I kind of purposefully never got super into tea because I know I would get, like, crazy with it. Like, I would just be that person who spent just a ton of money on it. So I've specifically, like, told myself, no, I cannot get too much into tea for that reason. And that's all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. Stop saying it was me. But it was you. Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Can I do nothing right? Nothing? Bought a teapot just to make tea on occasion. Tea bags have got so bad now. Yeah, it's not the same. A nice loose tea. May I continue? That is what Miss May saw. So each of you saw different parts. Abso-positively, that's right, of course. Where did he pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along. You see, you hit her twice. So you were watching both times. I suppose I was. And please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. Looks like a bad JoJo character? Yeah, basically. Like his stand would just be called like money, right? Like after the, you know. Thank you, Charles. I shall do so. Thank you. Everybody hydrate. Cheers, everyone. Delicious. I have some Coke Zero. Well, I believe it says in the court record, of course. Died from a blow, but may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Let me see. I'm trying to remember actually what the contradiction here is. Yeah, Coke Zero is my kind of go-to. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what the actual contradiction here is. Chaser delivered the final blow. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. I thought it was, but apparently this time it doesn't say that, actually. Like, I thought it did too. I thought that was the one I was about to do right here. Also, hey, match. You should go Earn Brew. Iron Brew. Yeah, I thought that's what it was too, but it looks like that's not actually the case. It doesn't say that. Do. Yeah, I thought it was too. I do like carrots, it's true. Okay, it is the... It doesn't... It sort of hints at it there. Alright, Mr. Wright, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? You said ERP. Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. Wright, wasn't you who told the court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. Crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White? Okay. The two accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap! I just want a cheese... Yeah, I would go for a cheeseburger. Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it's hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. She ran. I should have been pressing that entire time. He's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something. But it won't be easy. I kind of zoned out. Forgot I should have been pressing him here. You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that? The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix. Doesn't something about that strike you as odd? I mean... yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. The light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. The glass stand was lying on the floor? That's the first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about this stand before? Well, why? Me? Well, I was instructed not... Wait. One moment. Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. I'm so confused. White's falling apart. Your Honor, please. I ask that you do not allow the witness to be badgered any further. Mr. White, please refrain from badgering the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth is on the ropes. Very well, the witness may continue his account. A cheese toasty would also be nice. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. We should probably press these, even though we kind of know where the, we probably already... I'm guessing you're all smart, you probably suspect the issue here already. Miss Mia. Mr. White, did you know the victim personally? No. Triple no. How could I? How could I? I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Mr. Wright, I will not have you haranguing the witness. Harrying the witness. You're looking a little flustered, Edgeworth. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. She turned and ran for the door. Now, before you said that she was hit before she ran. Yes, I must have been confused. But don't worry, we all know what happened now. She turned and ran for the door. What did you do then? I gave chase, of course. I gave chase. No, not me. The killer, I mean. He gave chase. Mr. White, please try to remain calm. So right here is only trying to fluster you with baseless accusations. Yes, baseless. Oh, right. Thank you, Miles. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap. Doesn't sound like the savage attack from your earlier testimony. Yes, well, I am a man of peace, you see. Phoenix. He's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something, but it won't be easy. Well, light stand was lying on the floor when you looked. Well, if it was lying on the floor, how could he have possibly seen this from where he was looking? Why, that's crazy talk. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? It's funny how the music stops every time you progress, yeah. You know you picked the right thing that way. Because the music will not stop if you pick the wrong thing. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? ERP. Mr. White, please. Like, terms of service. Ridiculosity, Mr. White. If you were in the Gatewater Hotel, as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. Hey, Kai, how you doing? How you doing? In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Yeah. Hey, Gub, how you doing? Mr. White? Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? How's the cutie goat doing today? Almost done with work, Kai? Good, excellent. Glad to hear. Mr. Your Honor, I, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. How could you forget about your lover? Mr. White, I think the time has come. You just woke up? Did you have a good night? Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. You got a video to edit? Oh, what are you editing? Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. Oh yeah? Yeah. Is that not TOS safe or what? I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fey. I'll see you soon. Oh, nice. What does that mean? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fey's office. Am I correct? I could go for a burger. Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Oh, give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fey & Co. law offices. That is when I saw the accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. White would like you to believe that Mr. White's was the murderer. Border. It said order, so you have placed one? Excellent. I get you. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. The wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fey & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound? Correct. That's right. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Two Berbers for the two blokes. Yep, I'd love a Berg. How would he know the light stand on the floor if the crime hadn't taken place? It makes no sense. Well, they're trying to set him up to take a lesser, verdict here, right? They're trying to say like, no, he wasn't the murderer, but he did wiretap the office, right? And so they're willing to kind of try to claim that, yeah, that's what he, to get him so he's not found guilty of murder at least, right? A lesser crime. Three Burbs. Ooh, I'll take two Burbs. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh, right. I had entered the Faye & Co. law offices. Whoops. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Faye & Co. law offices. One burger isn't enough. They are so small. It's true. It would rip Edgeworth apart on his weak claims. Well, Phoenix would rip him apart too, but in a different way. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Faye & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Let's see. Now. I think I recall how this actually is supposed to play out. Did I not press him on everything, though? They're triple cheeseburgers now at McDonald's, so that's a little better, yeah. They're like, it's McDonald's, though, so they're like 15 bucks. I do notice something as innocuous as a light stand. The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Sounds good right now. I had to skip lunch. Rather busy day today. Necro's lunch consisted of just a Monster Energy drink. Such a beautacious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Let's see. Tartmas. Gub, eat food. Let's see. Enter the fan law offices. Happy body, it's true. It's true. Eat some food, Necro. Why'd you tap me as phone? Says no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. I missed pressing him on that, apparently. Yes, both of you do please eat. I will be very sad if either of you, like, you know, get a little ill from that. This is where the meme is from. I mean, there's a lot of memes came from these games. How you doing, Thomas? Time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. Slightly chubby so you shouldn't be giving food advice. That's, you know, that is what it is, you know. I need to lose a few pounds myself, so don't worry about it. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix. Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia? Where am I? Some pizza on the way home, your usual aside to fill you up. The waiting lobby. What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Yeah. Ah, thank you, Charles. I appreciate it. I am trying to drop a couple pounds. Thank you for the follow, Soundstorm. If you're unaware, I mostly do a lot of indie games and retro games. Occasionally stuff like this, though, as well. I also do a lot of dance games in VR. Hang out and do VR chat, like just kind of hang out stuff, as well as occasionally do lectures on like philosophy, psychology, media analysis, that kind of stuff. So, do stick around, enjoy. And of course, just like providing a nice chill place for everyone to hang out. Oh, don't worry, I will not starve myself, Kai, thank you. Gak? That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. Good video editing software. DaVinci Resolve is free and very good. Use a lot of fruit and milk, actual milk, not the lewd kind, you filthy animals. I mean, from judging from my plate up streams, people do like the bunny milk. So, Maya's channeling you, Mia? That's right, I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah. The one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix. Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Milk the bun, you know, kind of, I mean, you know. Oh, eggs are the best. Oh, eggs are so good. Oh, eggs are one of my favorite food. I had bacon and eggs earlier. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Seat updated in the court record. Fried eggs on a sandwich is just simple but perfect. Yeah, there's just egg, like a nice runny egg yolk is just all the toppings some bread needs, as opposed to other things that might need more top. No, no. Yeah, $1,000 nightstand. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, rather, are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. The wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Well, we already know. I mean, we know. Gotta marinate some hard-boiled eggs tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a nice... use them for some nice, nice soup. Some ramen. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. He's taking it quite well. For your noodles, put a few eggs on top. Oh yeah, absolutely. Love it. It's so good. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No. It's impossible. Impossible? Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. We use Yumshi noodles. They're quite cheap but tasty. I mean, if you put the right stuff on some noodles, you can get away with cheap noodles. Then that's all for the trial of... Objection! Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. Eh? What? No way. Can you warm out? No way you can warm out of this one. Oh, wait. I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There's a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry. This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, not the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. Oh, there's no telling what'll happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course, thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix. Read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Memo received from Mia. Like, literal, like, you know, like, God of the Machine right here, right? Deus Ex Machina here. List of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. The memo Mia had given me was just a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. So, stop. Desist. Halt. Please. Stop. Make him stop. How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I killed her. I hit Miss Mia with the Thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. No. Well. This court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I love the confetti. That is all. This court is adjourned. Hey, Abby. Thinker's got to be strong to lift that up. I mean, it's a little mini thinker. District Court, Defendant, Lobby, and number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. I mean, well, Mia, you're kind of dead already. Real courts should have confetti, I agree. Question of the week: if you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be? Well, I mean, I've never hid this. You know, I would be 34. I was 34 10 years ago. Wait, no. If you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be? You'd be 10. If you were born 10 years ago, you'd be 10. Yeah. Courts in these games move super fast. A couple of days. Yeah, I brain farted on that one for a second, Abby. Yep, you would be 10. Yeah, they actually they mentioned that Spy that the courts were like kind of restructured in this like weird kind of universe to pre-trials at least last a maximum of 3 days. Now, some things will go to a longer trial after the pre-trial, but most things do just end in the pre-trial and have a maximum of 3 days. And they even mentioned that most of those cases end in only 1 day, and that of all of those, the vast, vast majority end in guilty verdicts. Yeah. As long as I live. As long as you live. Yeah, you're kind of died, Mia. My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No. There's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief. I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight, say 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief. Mia. September 9th, 9:02 p.m., Faye & Co. Law Offices. Phoenix is like 2 minutes late. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came. Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? Well, you should see your face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What? Did I look like my sister? Look like? You were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Maya loves her burgers. It's definitely burgers, because this is definitely America. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Yeah, what American doesn't love a burger? Love a burger. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching, and occasionally inhabiting my sister's body. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy, burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Okay, wait up. Save your progress? Why, yes. I shall. Alright. In Australia, we have our own type of burger. Emu burgers. You're referring to the emu burgers? I know that's a thing. Yep, there will be no more murders from here on out. I meant to exit out of that for now. Although I do like this next case a whole lot. But we're a little over 2 hours in. So I think instead of starting the next case, why don't we switch over and we'll hang out in a VR chat a little bit. We can just do a little talking, a little dancing maybe. Called a burger with the lot. Just basically a burger with all of the other toppings on it. I mean, that sounds good. I do like a burger with a whole lot on it. I'm a big fan of, I'm like a big, like, bacon, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise on a burger. Cheese. Egg is great on a burger, too, yeah. I love egg on a burger. Egg on a burger is great. Beets on burgers in Australia. Beets. Like kind of roasted or boiled beets, or like pickled beets? Because I could see a pickled beets on a burger sounds really good, actually. That sounds quite good. I would do that. A little sour, a little sweet. A VR cooking world? I could do that at some point, maybe. There are some, like, you know, little cooking things. There are a bunch of worlds that have, like, you know, those little coffee machines that are a quite popular asset. Yeah, we can maybe do that at some point. But yeah. For now, we'll probably pop in and just kind of chill out for a little bit. Maybe look at some... Maybe do a little world hopping, maybe. But, alright. I will pop you all over onto the splash screen for the moment, and I'll be back in just a few with some VR chat. All right. I'll catch you all in a little bit. I'll run the ads so that we don't have pre-roll ads for a little bit. So feel free to go get yourself some refreshments, hit the bathroom, maybe grab a snack, do what you will. I'll be back in a few minutes. Need a pot that would fit me. You're gonna make some rabbit stew, maybe some Hassenpfeffer. It's always bothered me, like in Looney Tunes, when they say like a rabbit fricassee, because fricassee is by definition poultry. It's a braised poultry dish. So you do not fricassee a rabbit. Oh, you're heading to bed, Charles? All right. You have a great night. Sleep well. Thanks for coming by. Always good to see you. All right. But yep, I will pop you all onto the splash screen. I'll be back in just a few. All right.